When a lonely CEO stopped at a small-town diner, she never expected a little girl to look up at her and whisper, "Can you be my mom for just one day?" But what she saw around that girl's neck changed everything she thought she knew about her past and herself. The rain was relentless that night in New York. Emily Carter sat behind the wheel of her black Range Rover, watching the city blur through streaks of water. She had just closed a multi-million-dollar deal, yet there was no celebration in her heart. At 36, she was one of the most powerful CEOs in the country, but also one of the loneliest. Her assistant had begged her to rest, but she couldn't stand the silence of her penthouse anymore. She drove aimlessly until a flickering neon sign caught her eye. Betty's Diner. Open 24/7. Inside, the warmth hit her immediately. Coffee aroma, sizzling bacon, old jazz on the radio. She sat at a corner booth, her designer coat soaked, hair pulled back tight. The waitress smiled kindly. "Coffee, hun." Emily nodded. "Black, please." As she took the first sip, her eyes caught movement in the next booth. A little girl, maybe 6, drawing quietly on a napkin. Her hair was messy, her hoodie too big, and her tiny fingers clutched a silver heart necklace. The girl looked up, eyes wide and hopeful. "Mom," she whispered. Emily froze. "I'm sorry, sweetheart, I think you have the wrong person." The girl blinked, confused. "You look just like her." The waitress hurried over. "Lily, don't bother the lady." Emily shook her head softly. "It's okay." Then she smiled faintly. "What's your name?" "Lily," the girl said, grinning shyly. "What's yours?" "Emily." The girl nodded seriously. "That's a pretty name," Emily chuckled. "Thank you." Then Lily leaned closer and asked in the smallest voice, "Can you be my mom? For just one day?" Emily's heart skipped. She didn't know why, but she couldn't look away from that little necklace shining in the light, engraved with one word. Anna. Her hands trembled. That was her sister's name. Emily's mind spun. That necklace, how could it be? Her sister Anna had died in a car crash 20 years ago. The only thing left from her was a necklace just like this one. Emily had donated it to a charity auction years later, hoping to forget. But here it was, around the neck of a little girl calling her mom. "Lily," Emily said softly, "where did you get that necklace?" The girl touched it protectively. "It was my mommy's. She said it keeps me safe." Emily's throat tightened. "Where's your mom now?" Lily's eyes fell to the table. "She went to heaven last year." The diner went quiet. Emily didn't know what to say. The waitress whispered from behind, "Poor kid's been in foster care since her mom passed." Emily stared at Lily's drawing, 2 stick figures holding hands. The words "me and mom" written in purple crayon. A strange ache spread through her chest. She looked at her phone, full of unread messages from her board of directors. Then at the little girl with empty eyes. "All right," she said finally, smiling through a lump in her throat. "How about we spend one day together, huh?" Lily's face lit up like Christmas morning. "Really? You mean it?" Emily nodded. "Just one day." The girl jumped and hugged her so tight that Emily felt something she hadn't in years. Warmth. The next morning, Emily canceled her meetings for the first time in her career. Her assistant nearly fainted on the phone. "Are you taking a day off?" "Yes," Emily said, smiling as she watched Lily eat pancakes at the diner counter. "I think I need to." They spent the morning walking through Central Park. Lily wanted to feed the ducks, so they did. Then they got ice cream, and Lily giggled when Emily got a bit on her nose. "You're funny." Lily laughed. "I'm not usually funny," Emily admitted. "Then maybe you were just waiting for me," Lily said innocently. Those words hit harder than any boardroom insult or investor rejection. Emily couldn't stop smiling. They rode a carousel, bought a teddy bear, and took selfies together that made Lily squeal with laughter. When the sun began to set, they sat on a park bench watching the sky fade to gold. Lily leaned her head on Emily's arm. "I wish today never ended," she whispered. Emily swallowed hard. "Me too." But deep down, she knew it couldn't last. That evening, Emily drove Lily back to the foster center. Her chest felt like it was being ripped apart. The building was small, old, and cold. Nothing like the home Lily deserved. The social worker greeted her warmly. "You must be Miss Carter. Lily talks about you all the time." Emily blinked. She does? She saw your face on TV once, the woman said. She told us she wished you could be her mom. Emily turned to look through the window. Lily was showing her drawing to another kid. Now it had 3 figures: Lily, her mom, and Emily. The social worker handed Emily a small envelope. Before her mother died, she left this letter for whoever might take care of Lily. Emily opened it. Her hands shaking, it read, "If you ever meet this woman, Emily Carter, tell her I forgive her." The handwriting, the way the E curved. It was her sister's. Emily gasped, stumbling back. Her mother was, "My sister?" The social worker nodded gently. "Your sister's name was Anna, wasn't it?" Emily broke down right there. All the years of running from her past, of burying herself in work, came crashing down in that small foster home lobby. She whispered, "Anna, you found me again." The next morning, Emily stood outside the foster home again, clutching her phone. For the first time in her life, she wasn't thinking about meetings, deadlines, or stocks. She was thinking about Lily. When the door opened, Lily ran toward her. "You came back!" Emily knelt down, smiling through tears. "Of course I did. Are we going to have another day together?" the girl asked. Emily shook her head softly. "Not just a day, sweetheart." She took Lily's small hand. "How about forever?" Lily's eyes widened. "You mean I can come home with you?" Emily nodded, tears spilling freely. "Yes, your family, Lily, you always were." The girl threw her arms around her neck. "I love you, Mom." Emily held her close, whispering back, "I love you too, baby." As they walked to the car, the rain had stopped. The sky was clear for the first time in weeks. Emily glanced at the necklace around Lily's neck, the silver heart gleaming in the key sunlight, and she smiled. Her sister's gift had brought her home. Final lesson: strong clothes for retention. Sometimes the people we lose find a way to come back, through a memory, a whisper, or a child who needs love. Because real family isn't just who we're born with. It's who finds us when we need them the most.